girls. Mrs. Montgomery's back here. Mrs. Evans and I are taking turns teaching this first bend of our writing unit. And today we're going to focus on the power of narration. Sounds pretty powerful, doesn't it? Narration, you might have seen, oh gosh, when you're watching a cartoon. Have you ever heard of the character from Disney, Jiminy Cricket? He is a narrator. He comes out and tells parts of a story. And I also want to use one of our books, our anchor book, Prince Cinders. And in the beginning of the story, I'll come closer to the camera so you can see this. It says, Prince Cinders was not much of a prince. Pictures. He was small, spotty, scruffy, and skinny. He had 3 big hairy brothers who were always teasing him about his looks. This is the narrator's voice. And then the first scene starts. They spent their time going to the palace disco with Prince's girlfriends. They made poor Prince Cinders stay behind. So this was the narration, and narrating is used, if you look at our first bullet, it provides the backstory at the beginning of a story. What has happened prior to what this story was going on? So we know prior or before that Prince Cinders was small, scruffy, and his 3 mean brothers bossed him around all the time. Here's another example for Cindy Ellen. Once there was a rancher who married for his second wife the orniest woman west of the Mississippi. She was meaner than a rattlesnake, and she had 2 daughters who were the spitting image of her. The rancher also had a daughter who was just as sweet and gentle as she could be. Her name was Cindy Ellen. And you might not be familiar with the story, which would be good because the narrator is providing, again, the backstory. So narration is used to provide a backstory, and it also is used to stitch our scenes together. One small moment and another small moment. Or as, when you were doing your planning booklets, as the trouble starts and gets a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, a narrator's voice will come in. So if we look at Prince Cinders, there was one, it says, one Saturday night, when he was washing the socks, a dirty fairy fell down the chimney. And that's something we could use in our fairy tale that we're writing about Cindy, who wanted to have the library open. We could say, one cold, snowy afternoon, as you know, she was doing all the laundry and everything, the doorbell rang. So the narrator is very important, and the narration that you write in your story is very important. So today, what we would like you to do is to stitch your scenes together, kind of using my fingers to pull them together, by using narration, and try some different backstories at the beginning. In your writer's notebook today, try very different ones. Maybe try a few, and then try maybe on another page some ways to connect those scenes together by using a narrator's voice. And have fun. We'll see you tomorrow.